Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I am playing with my Glamlite and Mikayla Paht 2 collection. It just arrived in the mail the other day and I've been really looking forward to filming with it. I picked up the larger eyeshadow palette and the highlighter palette and I'm really excited to play with them, dive in. I'm gonna show you close-ups, swatches. I'm also gonna compare the green highlighters in the highlight palette to the beloved laser glazer from Kaleidos that so many of you still want, but it no longer is available. So anytime there's even something remotely similar to it that I own, I like to try to compare it just in case. Haven't found a dupe quite yet, but maybe one of these are. I'm gonna tell you right now though, I don't think one of them are, but maybe one of them is close enough that it'll fill that void for you if you are missing laser glazer. I'm also gonna create 2 looks for you today, and I do intend on doing another look on my Instagram/TikTok, so just stay tuned for an additional look. And yeah, I think I've said it all. I just wanna hop in. I'm really excited to chat about these and play with everything, so let's just hop in and do some swatches and chat about these products. So of course, like I mentioned, I did get the highlight palette, which I'm very excited about. It was pretty affordable for what it is. It was only $20 for 3 shades. I did smush mine a little bit, so whoopsie there. But yeah, we have 3 beautiful shades. We have Starstruck, Blindin', and Are You Kidding Me? We have kind of an icy blue reflect, more of a light green, and then more of like a golden, deeper, greenish, bronzy kind of situation. These all actually do work on my skin tone. This one's not super highlighty, which you'll see in look number 1, so I ended up topping one of them over top of it, but it does still work in a way. I feel like I could still use it if I really wanted to, or I could use it as an eyeshadow. Stuff like that. And like I mentioned, I will get to comparing laser glazer at the end of the video, so just stay tuned if you're curious. And then we have the palette itself. I love this green and gold packaging. It is just beautiful to me. And here we are. We have 30 shades in here, just like the first one. I loved my first palette between the 2 of them. That's actually the only palette I owned from Glamlite until I picked up this one, and I was really excited to see a part 2. I think it's so fun when like a collaborator gets to do kind of a sequel to their original, you know? I think that's fun. And I just adore this. I love that row of greens. It drew me in right away. I am such a blue, green, purple girly. I think it's such a beautiful combination. I loved the shimmers in the first one and I was really excited to have more, and so far I'm really into this, so I can't wait to keep playing with it. And now let's just move on in and I will show you the 2 looks that I created, and then at the end we will regroup and I'll just give you my thoughts so far on everything. Hello friends, how's it going? We're gonna do look number 1. Before we get into it though, I need to remember to give you my accessory details. These earrings are Spooky Doodle Club, and this choker, I'm not sure where it's from. So we're gonna hop into it. I do have the highlight palette also, of course. I mentioned that in the intro. I think I wanna use Blindin'. I do wanna try Are You Kidding Me, because I think it might be too dark, but I kinda wanna give it a whirl. And I guess if anything, I could top Blindin' on top of it. So let me just do that. This is the Colourpop F33 brush. And maybe I just won't put this one on my nose. I'll use just the Blindin' one on my nose. Actually, that's not so bad. Is it the most highlighty on my ghostly skin? No, but it's not bad actually. It doesn't leave like a weird cast or anything, so that's cool. I still don't think that'll be my go-to, so I'm gonna wipe this brush off, grab Blindin', and I'm gonna top that on my nose area. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. And I will just top that on top. Ooh, yeah. That's a lot more like it for me. Ooh, that green shift is so pretty. I'm gonna have to remember to compare this to laser glazer at the end of the video, just for science. Because I know so many people want laser glazer, but unfortunately that got discontinued like a millennium ago. Ooh, I love. That's cute. I think that's really pretty. On to the palette now. I really want to play with the greens. I know there are so many beautiful colors in here and I could do so many cool like blue, purple, green combinations, but I really want to embrace just the greens for this look so badly because there are so many beautiful, rich, deep, amazing greens. I'm gonna get to prime it. I'm gonna use my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I'm going to slather this on and blend it out, and then we're just gonna get rolling into it. So I really want to start with Cody James right there, and this is a Sigma E27. There isn't blue eyeshadow on it, it's just a little stained. I'm just gonna start packing this in the outer corner. I think I want like a slightly winged out smoky situation, half cut crease shimmers, you know the drill. I do think I'm gonna do a really pretty kind of bluey, maybe bluey purpley halo eye for look number 2. That's kind of my idea. And then obviously I'll do something else for my Instagram video / TikTok. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited to play with this one. I really enjoyed the first one, like a lot, so. This is pretty. Just slather this under that lower lash line as well. It's a really pretty shade of green. I don't have a whole lot of greens quite this tone. I feel like most of the greens I have are either very vibrant or they're very like swampy. I don't have this kind of like, I don't know, like mid-toned green, I guess. This specific shade. That's gorgeous. Okay, I think, oh, I don't know which of these two to blend it out with. The Fall Riva, maybe? I think that might be a good option. I'm gonna use this Sigma E38. Just gonna grab a little bit of it. I have a feeling this is gonna be very pigmented. And I just wanna use this just to help diffuse this line a little bit. And I might still dip into 13 just for some more gradient. But I'm gonna start with this one. I'm using the very end of my brush that my pressure is very soft. I'm just gonna lightly go around my edges here. And then once this gets just a little bit softer, I'll go in with 13 just to diffuse it even more. I love this shade of green, my goodness. All right, taking just some 13 now. Just gonna run that along the edge also. I'm also wiping my brush off periodically just so that I don't have like too much dark green on this brush as I'm blending out. Ooh, I love these greens. They're so pretty. I just want to deepen this up just a smidge more. This is such a rattly palette with all the beads in it. I want to take the commons. This is a Blend Bunny B1 brush. Just want to pop some in the outer corner, just a smidge, and a little on the lower lash line, just to add a little bit more depth and darkness. So I will say I don't know if I needed all of these shades to create this look. I feel like everything truly just blended together into like kind of one realm, but you know, maybe not. Maybe I have that perfect gradient because I used all those colors. I do like this dark shade though. That's really pretty, like a really dark evergreen kind of color. And then I'm just gonna kind of go back with my previous brushes. I'm not even necessarily gonna grab any additional product. Just gonna hold the very ends of my brushes and lightly smudge just to get it buffed out a little bit more. Love that. I'm excited to go in with the shimmers next. I'm gonna use my NYX glitter primer for the lid, of course, just so that I have a nice sticky base to lay my shimmers on so they pop extra vibrant and I can be precise. This is my Unearthly Cosmetics number 9 brush, just a nice large-ish flat brush. And I'm gonna just kind of carve out where I want my cut crease to be roughly. Kind of stopping right where things are deepening up in the outer corner. Unless you're brand new here, you've seen me do this 100 times. This is nothing new, my friends. So I'm thinking I want to cut it with Dreams and have it fade down into the Mocket, down in the lower part of my eye. So starting with Dreams, I think this is gonna look really cool because it's definitely a different tone of green and it's so bright. I think this is just gonna add something special. I feel elegant in these deep shades of green. I think it's so pretty. I love this color too. It's so bright. It's really, really cute. So just kind of like this, I'm covering most of the lid and just leaving this bottom corner blank for that darker shimmer. All right, I'm just gonna grab some of the Mocket on my fingertip. Just to, ooh, that is bright. This would be such a good shimmer green for like a holiday look. Obviously, we're not even close to that time of year, but that's immediately where my mind went. Just gonna grab a little bit more of that first lighter shimmer just to smudge along that edge so that they flow nicely. Oh, look how pretty that is. Just wanna do a little scooting in this outer corner as well, just to make sure the mattes and shimmers are flowing together. I am obsessed with that, it's so pretty. All right, for the lower lash line, I'm thinking just popping Grateful down there. You know, just to use it. Used every other green in this palette, why not? I'm just gonna wipe off that Blend Bunny brush I used with the dark matte green, just so I don't have to dirty another brush, because I already need to clean them really badly. Just a little smudge right there in the front. So I love me some lower lash line shimmer. And then last but not least, Glazed. Seems like it would be a good inner corner highlight. I want to save Poppin' for the look tomorrow because that has more of that blue reflect. Just gonna slap this right in the inner corner. Cute. And that about does it for look number one. I really like it. I'm gonna finish this look off. I'm gonna throw my lashes and eye pencil and something on my lips, and I will be back when I'm complete. All right, here's the first look. I really, really enjoy how this came out. I think it's so bold and elegant, but so colorful, and I adore this. The eye pencil I ended up using is Spare Time from Colourpop. My lashes are Clever Librarian from Salon Cosmetics. And then on my lips, I use the Humble Lip Pencil from Rare Beauty with the Lethal Cosmetics Limelight Gloss. I felt like this was a good gloss for it because it kind of has that like golden, almost borderline greenish shift, not really, but almost. So yeah, that's the vibe for today. I love this look. I hope you do too. Let's just go ahead and move on over to the next look. Hello, it's time for look number two. Before I forget, my accessory details, these plugs are from Love Kills Boutique. These earrings I've had forever and I can't remember off the top of my head where they're from. And I mean, same with this choker, it's just a basic choker. I have no clue where it's from. We're gonna dive into it first using that highlight that I have not tried yet from the little highlighter palette. The Starstruck shade right there, because I do wanna do something kind of bluey purple today. I think that would be cute. So let's just give this highlight a whirl. Ooh, it's quite lovely. I like it a lot. I feel like these highlighters all go together really nicely. And I just love that there's two that are kind of green based because that's very unique. Not a lot of people do green based highlighters. So I'm into that. And this like kind of blue reflect is really, really pretty. I feel like I have a million blue highlighters, but this one is really pretty. I feel like it's a very smooth formula. Like it has sparkle and shine, but it's very smooth. I do think Blindin is my favorite though, that lighter green one. That one definitely speaks to my soul a little bit more, but this one is quite lovely as well. All right, let's get to priming and go on with the eyes. Gonna use my Milk Makeup one again. Just gonna slather this on and blend it out. How are you doing, by the way? I don't know if I asked what you were up to during look number one. What are you up to? I'm just getting ready for work myself. And I'm just very much looking forward to playing with more of these shadows. So I think I'm gonna start with Pat Rice right here. I'm gonna take that on this little Luxie 121 brush, and of course it has a cat hair on it. Why wouldn't it have a cat hair on it? And I'm just gonna start swirling this in the inner and outer part of my eye, the lid, and the lower lash line. I do think I'm gonna leave the lower lash line haloed as well. Sometimes I just smoke it out, sometimes I halo it. Today I think I want to halo it. Slowly building up some of that color right there. I'm gonna use blue to deepen this up, so I have a very pretty kind of blue, purple, almost indigo kind of gradient. I have a vision. I like this color. It's very smooth to work with too. Feels like butter. All right, so this is where I'm at so far. Let's start deepening it up a little bit. I'm gonna use Wicked Awesome down here. With that, I'm just gonna use this Blend Bunny B4 brush. I have shimmer all over my fingers. I'm going to just kind of stamp it right in the inner and outer part of my lid and the lower lash line. I'm not gonna take it out as far as I did that first purple because I do want room to blend out. Like I'm gonna go back in with that first purple and then start really creating that merge. I might have to go in with one of the darker purples though. I feel like that's a very large dip between what I've grabbed already. So I might have to back it up a little bit. Ooh, that's a beautiful blue though. This is one of those looks that's gonna look very scary until it's done, so just stick with me. Because right now, I'm sure you're losing all faith. Oh yeah, that's the look right there. So I'm gonna take this Mimu one right there. I feel like having that little bit more mid-tone purple will help. I'm just gonna use that same Luxie brush as before. And I'm just very, very, very lightly, just kind of scooting right at that edge. I'm not taking this out far. I'm gonna use another brush and another shade to buff it out even further. But I'm gonna start by just kind of smudging where that blue is, just to soften the line. And I am gonna wipe this brush off periodically as well so it doesn't get too blued. Kind of working very carefully along all the different edges. These are blending and smoothing out pretty well. Like obviously I still have a little ways to go, but I mean, so far it's working really, really nicely. And I'm trying to be intentional and not going in the center as much as possible. Same with the lower lash line center. If it happens a little bit, it happens. It's not the end of the world, but I am trying to avoid it. So kind of like that. This is kind of where my basis is gonna lie. I'm gonna add maybe just a little bit more purple down here. But yeah, I'm gonna get the other eye up to speed and then we'll work on blending it some more. So this is where I'm at right now. Again, it's looking scary, but it's gonna come together. I'm actually gonna take that Pat Rice shade I used in the beginning, but I'm gonna use a slightly fluffier brush. This is from Ace Beauté. This is a P2. And I'm gonna kind of do the same thing I was just doing. Just really working along that edge, kind of buffing and stretching stuff out. By the way, I'm really not concerned with what my lid looks like right now because I'm gonna have shimmers layered down here in a moment. I'm mostly just focused on the outward blends of everything. In this shade, if it goes in the center a little bit, I'm not as pressed about it because it is the lighter shade that I'm using today. And I will be kind of going over it with shimmer anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I just didn't want a bunch of that dark blue and purple in the middle of my eye. So I'm just gonna kind of slowly work on this, just building and blending. I'm holding the end of my brush so that my pressure is very light. And I'm just gonna kind of keep going around. I might dip in with my other shades on occasion, but for the most part, just gonna slowly work at this until I am content with it. And then we'll move on to the shimmers on the lid. Actually, I'm really liking this. I think that blue is just so striking. All right, so we're gonna move on to the lid now. I'm gonna, of course, again, take my NYX Glitter Primer. We use it with everything around here. I'm just gonna take this little smudgy Oden's Eye brush. This is an Oden's Eye FR4. Just gonna tippy tap this across the lid, letting it feather into that dark blue just a little bit because I am gonna place a dark blue shimmer. So I'm gonna be using U in the inner and outer corner, and then, where is it? Poppin' in the center. I think that's gonna be so beautiful and so striking, and I've been really excited to use this U shade. That is so pigmented. I barely tapped it and so much came on my brush. Okay, that's more like it. So we're just gonna tap this right on the inner and outer part of my lid so that it has something to fade into those blue mattes really well. Oh, that is rich. That would be beautiful all over the lid. But I really did want a halo eye today, but that would be a really elegant look. Just having like a really dark, maybe black smoky eye with this all over the lid. That would be beautiful. Oh, that is such a rich blue. I love it. It is incredible. I'm just gonna take one of my little brushes here just to smudge right where that shimmer ends so that it flows nicely. It's actually quite a lot of pigment on that blue. I'm gonna grab a little bit of one of my purples just to help smudge that a little bit more. And then I'm gonna pick up Poppin'. This is just on an Unearthly Cosmetics brush, the number 5. Oh my goodness. This is such a pretty look. Very celestial, and I love it. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's pretty. I told you this look would come together. What did I tell you? Oh, I haven't done anything on the lower lash line yet. I got so excited with the lid. So I'm gonna take the brush I used with you and just kind of pop a little bit of it, again, right in the inner and outer part of my eye. I'm just using the like kind of tip of that smudgy brush that I used before, just so I can tuck it down there nicely. And then I guess I'll grab a pencil brush for the middle because the other brush is a little too fluffy. So just gonna pop this down here. Oh yeah. Whew, this is so pretty. Wowie. I feel like I feel fancy in this look. This is so cool. I think I wanna use Poppin' on the inner corner too, actually. I think that's quite lovely. Honestly, I feel like this would almost be a better highlight shade on my face than the one that I picked. Should we try it? Should we experiment? If we used Poppin' on the face instead? Ooh. Yep, that's really, really pretty, actually. The highlighter itself was good, but I feel like this just completes that whole vibe even better. Oh, that's such a good color. Okay, well, I need to finish up the other eye now. I'm gonna do that, throw on my lashes, an eye pencil, and something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, here is the second look. I love how this came out. I don't know which look is my favorite between look number 1 or 2. I really love the way my lids look on this look though. The eye pencil I threw in is this one from Oden's Eye. It says number 10. The names aren't listed on the pencil itself. Off the top of my head, I think it's called like Galaxy or something, but it'll be in the description box, of course. My lashes are those same Salem Cosmetics ones from look number 1. And on my lips, I went with the Wise lip pencil from Rare Beauty and this gloss from Essence over top of it. I think this is called Milky Way, yes. So yeah, this is look number 2. I hope you like it. Let's zoom out and just finish up this video, chat about my thoughts so far, do some comparisons to Laser Glazer, and yeah. All right, Thank you so much for watching my video, playing with this collection. I do want to just kind of regroup and chat about everything and do those laser glazer comparisons because I do not want to forget. The highlight palette I am pretty impressed with. Obviously that one shade, the darker shade, I'm not really going to be able to use all the time. Like it worked-ish, but the other two are definitely what I'm going to reach for the most. And Blindin specifically, I think is just gorgeous. Okay, so here we have Blindin and Are You Kidding Me right there. And now I'm going to show off laser glazer with them. I just don't know why they won't bring this one back. This is such a weird highlighter because it really looks like it would never work for me in a million years, but somehow it does, and it's just the most beautiful green flash. All right, let me just show you right there. Yeah, not quite the same, and I honestly can't even tell you why this one works on my skin more than Are You Kidding Me does. It just does, and that green that's in there is just so unique, you know? It just can't be matched, but I am excited just to have two more green-based highlights. I think that's a lot of fun, and I'm excited about these additions to my collection. And we have the palette. Obviously, I have not used all 30 shades on my eyes yet, but so far so good. I'm really enjoying the way these perform. They blend out like butter, and the shimmers are just so pretty. I cannot get enough of it. I can't wait to keep playing with this. I could see myself traveling with this because there are just so many options in here. And I'm just really impressed with the formula. I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this one. I think I might like this more than the original. It's hard though, because like, there's things that I love about both, you know, they're so different, but yet they flow together so well. I think they would complement each other really, really nicely. Although, it's hard to say like that they're companion palettes of each other when they're both 30 pan palettes, you know what I mean? But I do feel like they complement each other nicely. I guess like the only gripes I have are kind of with the layout. Like down here, I don't understand why this blue shimmers over here. Like I feel like it should have been in this row and these two should have been scooted over because that would have fallen in line with this gradient we already have going on. So I don't know why they did that. And then like the fact that there's just an extra two shimmers here when like normally it would be all mattes and then just the top row of shimmers, you know? There's just like random things about this layout that don't super appeal to me, but only a couple, because for the most part it looks very cohesive. It's just the situation down here and then these extra two up here. I don't know though, you know what I mean? That's probably just a me thing. And yeah, I guess moral of the story is so far so good. I'm pleasantly happy with this. I'm happy with my purchase and I'm excited to keep playing with these. I would love to hear your thoughts. Did you pick these products up? Did you pick up anything else from the collection that I didn't pick up? Did you pick up the palette they launched together last year? I would love to chat down below. If you made it to the end of this video, ooh, I don't know. You know, leave some blue, purple, green emojis. I feel like that fits the vibe of the palette really well. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I am battybean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe. If you want to see more of my videos, I'm posting most days over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. Okay, moving on to the palette as I drop all my brushes on the floor.